Robert, Manchester United versus Liverpool, it's the big game for Manchester United. This is a massive game for many reasons. One, it can secure Champions League for Manchester United, and two, it's Manchester United versus Liverpool. It's third versus fourth in the Premier League. There's only 3 points in it. This is a significant game for Manchester United. Now, in this video, we'll obviously talk about your predicted team, your tactics. We'll look at Liverpool, what they've been like. We'll look at Manchester United, as we always do, and have a conversation previewing the game. So, this game is obviously a big game for Manchester United. Listen, we go into this game confident. We comfortably beat Brentford 2-1 at Old Trafford, and I think that's something that United will have confidence going into the game. Is it going to be an easy game? No. Liverpool haven't been great this season compared to where they were last season, but they are still a very good opposition. Now, United obviously have beaten them already this season with the 84th Harry Maguire header to win the game, but that team was totally different to what it is now. And going into the game in terms of team news, obviously De Ligt's still out. Dorgu will probably be in the squad, which is good. Cunha, there has been no real update at the time of recording, so I'm going to just assume that he is ready for this game because the report was minor discomfort, so he should be ready for this game. And I think everyone else is ready to go. So I think it's going to be an interesting game for Manchester United, and I'm hopeful we can just get the job done. There's no bigger game than beating Liverpool, who are a team that have struggled in large parts in the Premier League season. More recently, they've obviously got knocked out of the FA Cup, Champions League, but they are on track to get Champions League position, so they are not far off United, and United need to do everything they can to get the job done. Now, this would be my team. As you can see, Lemond's in net, a back four of Shaw, Heaven, Maguire and Dalot, Casemiro, Menu, Fernandes, Cunha and MBUEMO, Sesko. Now let's talk a bit about the team. Obviously there's no sort of conversation about the goalkeeping position. I thought Lemond's has been great this season. I remember the game. It was a very sort of early into United's career when he played against Liverpool, and he was brilliant in that game. In terms of the back four, it kind of picks itself. I think Mazraoui, when he came on, did a good job, and Dalot did get cooked a little bit. So you could very well see Mazraoui come into it, but I just think Dalot will start. In terms of centre-back, Maguire's definitely going to be in there. I think Martinez has still got one more game suspension, so he definitely won't be able to play. So it's really between Heaven and Euro. And I think Heaven's done a superb job, and I think he deserves to start in a big game like this. There's a lot of confidence and trust in Heaven, and I think he's shown it. Listen, Liverpool, they've got good attackers, but I do trust him in this game. And Maguire was brilliant against Brentford, so there's no reason to drop him out. I think he has been a very big player for United this season, and he's got the new deal, and I think it's absolutely fantastic to have him in this game. His aerial ability in both boxes has been key and will definitely be key in this game, so it's down to Manchester United to create chances from set pieces for him. Shaw obviously went off due to injury, but again, I expect him to play this game. I've seen a mad stat. If Luke Shaw continues to start every other game this season, I believe it's the first time a player has done that since 2019-20 season, which is a crazy stat and will be fantastic for sure on a personal basis. I do expect him to start there. I think Liverpool are expected to be without Mo Salah for this game, which is probably a big boost for Luke Shaw. I know Salah hasn't been on it this season, but he's still a top level player. But Frimpong will obviously oppose a different threat. So yeah, that's the back four. In midfield, again, obviously picks himself. Casemiro, one of his final games at Old Trafford. I think he only has one or two more after this. It's going to be sad, but you can see the emotion and the quality in which he's playing in. I think he's a top level player, and we are going to miss him when he leaves. It wouldn't be a stupid sort of bet to make for Casemiro to score in this game. Obviously, don't promote gambling, but it's going to be sort of something that you probably think will happen. I think Casemiro in that midfield is going to be key. A lot of legs are needed in that midfield. I'm sure everyone will remember that horror Casemiro game where he gave away 2 goals more or less against Liverpool. So yeah, it's going to be a big game for him. You need legs in that midfield, and I know obviously the 3 players that are in the midfield don't have the most legs, but they have a lot of quality. And I think it's down to the wide players to all chip in, be compact behind the ball. You're probably going to see United in that 4-4-2 shape out of possession. Menu as well was brilliant against Brentford. There's no reason why he's on the bench. New contract signing, ability is ridiculous, and I think you need that element of control in midfield. You need someone who can win the ball back, and Menu does that brilliantly. And then in the number 10, Bruno, the best creator. Wouldn't it be perfect if he broke the assist record against Liverpool? It'd be absolutely fantastic. Got his first assist in the Premier League against Liverpool, and could well get the record-breaking one in this game. I think the chances that he created have been fantastic. And again, the assist he got to Sesko was brilliant. Could add a few more in the game. Obviously, Liverpool defensively have been quite vulnerable this season. And I definitely think you can get at them, in my opinion. And United's attack is more than good enough to do that. I think if you're looking at sort of United's attack, it is very, very good. There's a lot of goals in it, and there's a lot of individual ability. Now the front three, again, if Cunha's fit, for me he goes straight into the team. I think he's so important, and I think he's someone who you need in that left position. I think we do struggle when he's not in the team for that balance and that natural player out there. Obviously Cunha's not that, but he is kind of the most natural player that we have. And I think Ahmad struggled in the game, and I think having Cunha would just offer that threat, the ability to drive at players, and the ability to create a constant threat. As I said, Liverpool are a team that have struggled defensively this season. They conceded 1.3 goals per game this season, which is quite high and probably the highest it has been for a while. Obviously, they've conceded 2 fewer goals than United this season. So yeah, that would be Cunha there. And then MBUEMO on the right. I know MBUEMO struggled, but he's had big game moments for United this season. Scoring at Anfield, scoring at Arsenal. Spurs, he scored in both games. So scoring against City. So he's been brilliant for United this season. I think he needs that one goal to get his confidence. And then Benjamin Sesko through the middle. Again, you very well could see things change. You could see if Cunha's fit, Cunha go to the left, and MBUEMO go up front, and Ahmad go to the right. That's what Carrick did in his first few games. But I think with Sesko's goal scoring form, I don't think there's any reason to drop him. So we will have to wait and see what happens there. But yeah, that's my team. Again, there's a few changes you can make. You know, you can bring in Mazraoui for Dalot if you really wanted to. If Shaw's injured, obviously you'll probably see that happen anyway with Mazraoui going to left back and Dalot coming in at right back. Again, centre backs, if you really wanted to bring in Euro, you could. But I just don't think I wouldn't say he's deserving, but I just think it'd be disappointing for Heaven. Again, in the front three as well, you can make some changes. So yeah, that's the Manchester United team. Now let's talk a little bit about Liverpool. Now they're a team that have struggled this season, but you look at that team, they've got a lot of good individual players. You know, Robertson, obviously their goalkeeper, they're missing Alisson, or I think they expected to miss Alisson for this game, and Marvadashvili. So that leaves Woodman, who has not played many games for Liverpool this season, or in his career, I don't think. I think United definitely need to exploit that. I think, again, you look at that Liverpool team, there's a lot of good players, but there are weaknesses in my opinion. You know, look at Curtis Jones, he's a good midfielder, but is he the greatest right back? Probably not. If you can isolate in 1v1, then United can definitely get some problems there, and cause problems, and it'd probably be Cunha down that side. Robertson on the left, he's a good player. I mean, you very well could see Kirkes there. But again, you can definitely get at him. But then you look at Liverpool going forward, Salah is a threat, Isak's a threat. But I just think Manchester United get the job done. Now let's look at some stats for Liverpool. So goals per match, 1.7. United averaging 1.8. United have scored 60, Liverpool 57. So they're very close with the goals scored. Liverpool average 59.6 possession per game, which is the second highest in the league this season. Listen, when you really go into these sort of games, stats obviously do have a part to play, but it's all about the emotion and what it's like. And I think it's going to be a very, very tough game, but it's going to be an exciting game. You know, these games do deliver. It was a very good performance for United against Liverpool in the last game at Anfield, and I'm hoping United can just do the same in this game. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. That has been your preview. It's going to be a very, very big game, and I'm hopeful we can get the job done. Let me know your thoughts. Peace. Oh, score prediction. In terms of score prediction, I think United win the game. I'm going to go 2-1. I think there's going to be goals in it for both teams. There's going to be chances. But yeah, I think in the end it'll be 2-1 to United. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.